Oftentimes, people resort to taking performance-enhancing drugs and or weight loss drugs. I can't say for certain if she did, but it is, of course, possible. She could have taken something known as DNP. DNP causes the body to heat up dramatically and can result in excessive weight loss and overheating of the body. Your body literally is a fat burning machine, but it can come at the cost of your life. And aside from DNP, people often will resort to using clenbuterol or other fat loss drugs, things that increase your metabolism, give you a lot of energy, and are known as stimulants. And considering this lady entered the fat loss camp at 340 pounds, do you expect that her heart was in very good condition? And for these reasons, it's recommended that when you go on a weight loss journey, that you go and see your doctor. It's not easy for a person who's 300, 400, 500 pounds to suddenly start doing exercise harder than last time. And if you've seen shows like The Biggest Loser, where people, they start off, perhaps they're 500 pounds, and it's a competition on who can lose the most weight the quickest. They perhaps are doing 5 or 6 hours of exercise a day and starving themselves. This results in overtraining and can quite easily cause harm to the body. Not just physical, but mental as well. It's not easy to make these kind of changes this quickly, and therefore I recommend you don't lose weight as fast as possible. In fact, the slower the better. Perhaps 0.5 to 1% of your body weight a week. The greater the calorie deficit, the less energy you're going to have, and the more muscle you're going to lose. And with today's weight loss drugs, for example, semaglutide such as Ozempic, people are trying to lose the weight as fast as possible, and they are.
All right. Again, just a little bit. I see a little head nods here. Giselle shaking her head. I think Larissa, she's on the call. But okay. Again, this is my guy. I love him. Greg Doucet. He tosses a lot of good stuff. Just talking to boss. Okay. All right. So let's dive into it. Again, losing fat too quickly. That's the topic at hand. I wanted to kind of first start off with asking you all, have you ever done this? And then why or why not? Have you ever tried to lose weight super quickly? And then why or why not? And I guess Giselle or Jamel or Giselle, if you want to go first.
Yeah, I definitely did. And I became anorexic when that happened. So at 13 years old, yeah, I definitely did. I wanted, just like what Coach Greg said, like people want to lose weight so fast. And when you really think about it, it's like, why are you in a rush? Like for what? It's like, but again, in the moment when you're just, I guess, desperate, really trying, like you just don't think about those things. Not saying it's good. I'm just saying that's what happens to a lot of people. Yeah, I've done that. So
yeah, no, I appreciate that. I thank you so much for that explanation as well. Jamel, if you want to hop on it.
Well, for me, I've never tried to lose weight. I was always really slim, but I actually have had the opposite effect, right? Of overtraining, put myself trying to gain muscle mass too quick. All right, so I'm like, working out too much, overwork, also like, overeating. That's why I'm like a bodybuilder type of level. Cause like, I was eating so much and like, forcing so much food in my body. Like, I was, I'm throwing up, like, I'm feeling like, a little, sometimes I'll feel like, I want to throw up here, don't have a lot of energy, or I'll throw up while I'm eating because I'm literally like trying to starve, like push the food down in my body.
Dang, it was getting good.
no, but I love that he's even able to tell that because it's not just about losing fat. Like it doesn't matter where you're at. He's coming back, but
I know, but this is so good. Do you see why I picked this topic? This is good.
Is it back?
Okay, yeah, you're back now. Yeah, you're still going out.
I'm in like the wood, just like very poor.
Okay, no, you good, man. You good. But I think we can hear you now.
Yeah, in the woods. No, but yeah, what I was saying like I was eating so much for my metabolism, my body was well, like it was used to it, but it was putting too much stress on my body. All right, so instead of like trying to, oh my God, I know.
Yeah, I think we can hear you now.
It's the wood. Okay, let me try to go to my Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys. I'm gonna give.
Look, man,
Yeah. So
what you
instead
saying
of
is so
like
good.
trying to be on like a bodybuilder perspective, is like forcefully eat so much food and so much everything. I'll just focus on my protein. It's like if I'm getting enough protein today, if I'm eating enough healthy carbs, calories really don't even matter. Like as long as I'm at that 2025 calories a day, I'm not trying to like force myself with food, because I was seeing an opposite effect.
Bro, that's good. That's good. That is so good. I'm so glad you brought that up. I wasn't even thinking about the opposite effect. But yeah, you can hurt yourself by gaining weight just as much as you can by losing. Giselle was anorexic. You sitting over here trying to stuff food down your throat, and you said that you were experiencing similar things as well. You're also, in a sense, causing your body harm by forcing yourself to eat. And bro, many people do that when it comes to bulking. I know y'all know about that. People just force stuff.
They do, and it's not really that good for you. It's not.
There you go.
Depending on what you're doing and how you're doing it, it's not. If you're just forcing that food down, like it's really not that good for you. It's not. Like there's a reason why I fast, all right? Because you want to push all those toxins and everything out your body. You want to purify yourself. So your body would never be purified if you're just 6 times a day, 5 times a day eating. Right? Like you're actually the more muscle you have, actually, like it's harder for you to get a lot more oxygen inside of you. All right. So let's say like if you're doing a boxing, running, soccer, football, if I'm 230 pounds here, the more muscle I have, like the longer it's going to take for the oxygen to get inside of me, which is going to cause me to wind out faster. That's why you don't see a lot of bodybuilders who's like very active in sports, who do like high intensity exercise like boxing and like football, though they have that because they work for that. But like like boxing, like fighting, and like really high intensity levels of training, you don't really see a bodybuilder doing that because of that reason.
Larissa, you were gonna say something, or you want to jump in? I just asked a question too, if you want me to repeat it.
Yes, please.
Yeah, of course. So pretty much I asked, have you ever done, I'm sorry, in terms of losing fat too quickly, so losing weight or losing fat too quickly, have you ever done this, and why or why not?
Well, I had weight loss surgery and I lost weight fast.
Okay, yeah. And so tell us then why, in that regards of like, why did you want to go about that route of losing weight so fast?
Well, I was unsuccessful doing it the non-conservative way, which is just like the natural way.
Yeah.
And I got to a point where like it was really like I got sleep apnea. I was like my breathing stopped during the night and stuff. So it was really more of an extreme case. People that are just overweight, I don't recommend weight loss surgery, because at the end of the day, you still need to incorporate the healthy lifestyle changes. And some people that do weight loss surgery, they don't incorporate it, and then they gain the weight back. But what you call? And so now, like when they do it, then they become depressed, and then they back to square one, and then that leads them to have another surgery, because a lot of people I know have 2 surgeries. Whereas, and some people don't like, they don't even like need it. And I guess that's why I'm so passionate about it, because I feel
talk
like
about
that's
it.
Like last resort. Like unless you're gonna die because of the health issues that you have,
exactly,
you shouldn't be doing weight loss surgery. Because I know people that are like 90 kgs. What is that? 180 pounds. That do the surgery.
Yep.
Yeah. And obviously, like I can't judge because they could have like other health issues. But then it's just because they're 20 kgs overweight and they just want to shift it.
Yeah.
I think it's really unhealthy. It's unhealthy because you build that mentality. It's okay if I gain weight again. I'll just go back to surgery. But you go back to surgery, lose the weight, gain it back. How many times are you gonna have surgery?
How many times are you gonna have surgery?
Butcher your body. Like, I don't know. But I guess everyone has their own opinion and whatever, but that's always like been my opinion. I feel like if I had gone on this health journey earlier, like I didn't put myself in a position where I needed to have surgery, then I wouldn't have had surgery. But yeah, that's just me.
Oh no, this is good. This is so good. Giselle started off with the freaking anorexic. Like, okay, so you wanted to lose weight fast by, becoming anorexic. Jamel pretty much ended up talking about the opposite effect, which was gaining weight fast and how he would stuff himself. So all y'all are coming from different perspectives. Larissa goes into, I did weight loss surgery, but you shouldn't do it if you don't need it. Like, these are all amazingly all different perspectives, but they all tie into what we're talking about. This is so dope. Like I'm actually glad all three of y'all just joined for real, because this is like the extreme. Go ahead, G. I can tell you want to say something, but yeah.
No, I was just like laughing. Yeah,
it's so awesome. It's really awesome. Like, you see that? Like, literally all three of y'all have different perspectives. This is dope. This is so dope. I'm sorry, Jamil, were you trying to say something? You're on mute. Yeah.
All right, there it goes. Yeah, I had two things to say. First one was like, it does definitely tie back to all the same perspective, right? Same concept. Like, you will never be able to overtrain a bad diet, right? Like, that was my biggest downfall. Like, I wanted instant gratification. Like, everybody wants to look good by tomorrow. Like, it might take time. All right. Like, the second thing that I wanted to touch was about the surgery thing. Like, I actually have a friend right now who, like, who went out the country. She went to Mexico to have, like, the weight loss surgery, lipo, I think it is, or something like that. The procedure didn't really go that well. Like, when she came back here, she started having a lot of problems,
Larissa,
like, major problems, like major problems. Yeah. And since the fact that she had the surgery out of the country, she can't sue. There's nothing that she can do about it. Like, she's in the hospital.
Oh my goodness.
For months, over half a year. All right, like almost on life support. Like, I'm literally watching my friend die.
What, bro? I'm so sorry, bro.
So sad. It's so sad because, just because she wanted to lose the weight, and it's like, even if she makes it out of this situation, the doctor let her know that you're gonna need a caretaker for the rest of your life. You would never be able to, like, you would never be able to do the things that she would do on your own. Like, she has 4 kids. Like, it's so sad. Like, it hurts. I don't want to put her name out there because she tells her story. So I'm gonna let her tell her story. Like, but it really just hurts. And I just push all my sisters, like, no matter who you are, if you have a, like, body dysmorphia, just take time. Just take time to put into your health, because, like, you shouldn't kill yourself because you have an insecurity. Like, never. Sorry, it's kind of hurting me right now.
No, bro. No, I feel you, bro.
Focus on yourself. Like, you never want to focus on vanity over yourself. And what I mean by that is, let's say, like, if I go and buy a car, right? My car outside, I check engine lights all outside of my car. I'm not gonna put rims on my car. I'm not gonna put tinted windows on my car. I'm not gonna paint it. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna worry about what's going on the inside of my car.
Come on.
So why do you wake up every day to make sure my hair is looking good? Like, to make sure, like, I have on nice clothes, to make sure my outside appearance is looking good. But what I'm putting inside of my body is shit.
Exactly.
I don't care about what I'm putting on the inside of my body, but I want to make sure the outside of my body
looks good. Yeah.
Like, what's the point of that? It's the same thing. You never want to focus on, like, vanity over yourself. So I would just, advise everyone to just, like, if you are struggling with body dysmorphia, just take the time. It comes with time. I struggle too. I used to skin and bones. Always be hard bones. Like, if you see my first picture, you'd be like, man, if there was a hurricane, you wouldn't survive.
Crazy, man.
My whole life. Like, sometimes I even still go through it right now. Like, right. Like, hey, you're a personal trainer. Like, you're so skinny. Up until they see me do a movement, they're like, okay, can you teach me how to do that? Like, how are you lifting this? So, like, so yeah, if you just have that lion mentality, just, like, just think about, like, a lion. Like, what makes a lion the king of a jungle? Like, they say the lion is the king, but, like, it's not the smartest animal, it's not the strongest. biggest animal in the jungle. So why would they deem that the king of the jungle? You have to have mentality. You're not the biggest, you're not the smartest, and you're not maybe not be the fastest or the good lookingest in the gym. But as long as you have that go after and tack what you want, forget everybody else, forget anything else because it doesn't matter. I just want to leave that with my sister right there because this whole lipo like surgery thing is getting out of hand. And yeah, I'm not for it. I'm just not.
I hear the passion, bro. I'm telling. This is why I love this. This is why I love this group. That's what I'm saying. Come on, G. Did you want to say something, or Larissa? I want to tag off this.
I low-key almost started tearing up because I'm like, what the heck? Like, that's crazy.
Is
No.
lipo what? They take fat out of your. I don't know
Lipo
what
is
it is.
they pretty much just remove fat. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like it depends on what place you want to choose. Like if you want to choose from your stomach or your arms or whatever. But it's pretty much removing fat is basically what it is.
I'm sorry. Before y'all continue, I'm so sorry. We got to introduce the newest member, man. We got Jessica in the building. Let's go.
Everyone.
How you doing?
Doing good. How are you guys?
Oh, we're doing amazing, man. Look, I just got the 15 today. She is fresh.
She is ready.
She is
free shipping.
Yo, free shipping. I mean, I love it. I love her passion. She was so quick to just send it. I was trying to respond back to her and verify that she actually wanted to join. And right before I was trying to verify, I heard the Cash App go ching. I said, all right, well, okay. So she is in here. And again, I just wanted to just first off salute you and just thank you for joining. Again, this is everyone in here. You know, you got Giselle, Jamel, Larissa. We're all in here just loving on each other and spilling what we have. There's more of us, but some of them didn't join today. But how are you? How are you doing? I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're fine. I'm doing good. I'm just excited. I enjoy communities. So much. I'm very excited.
Well, you're gonna have a whole bunch of fun. We right now are just pretty much talking about the topic of losing fat or weight loss, but losing it too quickly.
Right.
Yep. So we just talked about a video. We actually just watched a video where a woman died because she lost weight too fast, and this led us to the topic of weight loss surgery, which ended up leading to Jamel talking about someone that he knows who's going through who actually attempted it. She went all the way to Mexico to have it, ended up not going successfully. She's now fighting for her life. And the doctor told her that if she makes it, she's going to pretty much need a caretaker for the rest of her life. So he got pretty emotional, pretty passionate. Larissa has had it, and she herself talked about how she recommends you shouldn't have it if you don't need it, you know. And then that's kind of where we were going with that. And Giselle was kind of leading us off. So just catching you up a little bit, but we're gonna come back to you, and I want to ask you some questions as well. But Giselle, did you want to finish off?
Wait, what was I saying? I don't remember.
Yeah, I forgot what you said. I'm so sorry. Look, Jessica stole the light. No.
I'm so sorry.
No, you good. But yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jessica. I'm sorry.
No, I literally I lost an aunt to the surgery. She had the surgery several years ago though. And then out of nowhere her body just was just like, can't do it anymore. Her husband had to carry her like room to room within her last days, like for about 2 months. He had to carry her from room to room, and just like you talk about a caretaker, he had to literally like she was a baby all over again. And it was, and both of her daughters had gotten it done too. So, like the whole family, like you never know what's going to happen. And I hope the best for them. But and she was kind of not an inspiration to do it, but like I was like, well, maybe I might. No.
So you didn't do it?
No, I didn't do it. I just say, sometimes like my mind, I can say like and I can be like, oh well, maybe that won't happen to me, but just the fact that it could be a risk, it kind of just stopped me. And then seeing like her two daughters already got it done, and she got it done probably 10, 15 years ago, but then out of nowhere with it, as she aged, her body just couldn't anymore. So yeah, it was definitely shocking.
I'm so sorry. My condolences. My sincere condolences.
Probably 2 years ago when she passed. Yeah.
Wow. My sincere condolences. Jamel, you just talk. You see what I'm saying? You see how this is why I love this stuff. Like, this is why I love this group. This is why I do what I do. This is why we do what we do. Because this stuff matters, man. Like, for real. Let's just talk. Like, we need to talk about this stuff. And
that's why I'm so against it. That's why I'm so against it, because you're gonna have some serious health problems in the long run. Right? Even if you make it right now, what's gonna happen later on in life? Right? That's the reason why we're working out right now, is to have, like, beneficial effect in the long run. Right? To have strong joints here when we're older here, like, to decrease the risk of chronic diseases here, like, diabetes, all these sorts of things. Like, like, and truth be told, do we know what they're doing to us when we go into surgery? Anytime we're asleep, there's nobody in there to protect us. So, like, like, what are they actually doing? Nobody knows. It's like, what are they putting
They
in
can
you?
tell
You
you
don't know.
whatever.
Right. It's like you
Yeah.
don't know what they're actually putting in it. So, like, I'm against it. I'm against it. And my condolences. I'm sorry to hear that. It's really it's messed up. It's messed up because they're pushing it on
Sometimes,
all of our women. All right, they're pushing it on all of our sisters. Like, this is the thing to do. Like, let's do this. Like, you want to get in shape. They're making it normal. Like, they're normalizing this thing, and it shouldn't be normalized. I mean, it
and
shouldn't
that's
be normalized.
that goes hand in hand, like, with evolution. As someone's mind is tinkering over time, we're all evolving as a people. And there are more ideas that become normalized over time. This may not have been the same thing that was, in 1849. Was that something that people were really that worried about? Based
Right.
off of history that we've read. But, in this day and age, it's very normalized. And it just, it's upon anyone's choice. You never know what could happen. It could happen and it could be great for someone else at the same time. But, you do have those stories in which, it has a negative effect. So this is all upon choices.
Most definitely.
Exactly. I do want to hop back. I want to hop back to Giselle, because, again, we hear the passion. We hear the passion that they had. Look, they just took up. Jessica came in here and took. Oh, I love it. I love it. But that's good. That tells me you love to talk. It's all of let's just talk. That's what we do. So I love this. But I want to hop back to you, G, for a little bit, because you mentioned how you got a little emotional. I just wanted to know why. Why did that strike you so much?
I think because it's just, and even as a trainer too, like, people just want to do stuff so fast, whether they want to lose weight, whether they want to gain weight, whether they want to grow their butt, whether they want to grow their chest. Like, it's just everyone wants instant gratification. And don't get me wrong, like, we're human, like, naturally, like, we want that, but it's like, when I was like, when Jamel was like explaining it and everything, it's just like, it's just crazy. It's like, bro, what are you in a rush for? Like, really think about it. Like, what are you in a rush for? Like, for most people, it'll take at least a solid year to get really close to what you want. And for most people, it's going to take more than even 2 years to really get the physique you want and all that.
Come on.
Like, realistically.
Realistically.
Like, realistically, but everyone wants it in 6 months. Not even that. So people want it in 3 months. People want it so fast.
Come on.
And it's like, dude, like, take those 2-3 years out of your life to really go hard, or not in a healthy way, but like, do things correctly. And then after that, once you reach that, then okay, decide what your other goals are, and then just maintain the lifestyle. Yeah, I mean, it's just sad, honestly. It's like when people resort to those situations, unless if they do need it for like
it. Yeah, like
yeah,
what
if
Larissa
they
was
need
saying.
it. I'm not talking about people in that situation.
Absolutely.
I'm talking about people who just want to get lipo, or people who want to get weight loss surgery. It's like, dude, like, a lot of people don't want to put in the work, and no one wants to hear that, but it's the reality. Like, a lot of people work harder to do things fast than to actually work hard for a long time.
Come on.
Like,
that's a snippet. That's a snippet.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like, it's low-key ridiculous at this point, because it's just like, dude, put in the work. Like, it's just crazy. It's crazy.
I could tell. I don't normally see you tear up, but you kind of got here a little bit today. I was like, hold on, G, you all right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. That's why, like, with a lot of my clients, like, I look for people who like really emphasize having a healthy lifestyle. Because if they're just more focused on like, oh well, I want to like I want to lose 40 pounds. And I'm like, okay, like that's fine, but like, you know, maybe let's try to like change your let's try to change your habits. Let's try to create a healthy, sustainable routine so that you're able to do this on your own and you don't need me anymore after a certain point. But again, a lot of those people, they tend to really struggle because they're still in that mindset. Like, I just want to lose 40 pounds. I want to lose 40 pounds. And it's like, oh my gosh. It could get frustrating. Like, I'm not even trying to lie. I'm just being honest, you know? Like, that's why I really like when people come to me and they're like, I need you to help me build a healthy lifestyle. I'm like, yes, yes, I'll help you, you know? Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I want to head over to Larissa, but I did want to say this, like, because I know you were saying something to Larissa. I'm not gonna, again, I'm watching everybody. I'm making sure everyone talks. So, but I did want to say this. I truly do feel like this group, like the Let's Just Talk Fitness community of the community, is probably going to be filled with a whole bunch of personal trainers that need to vent. Like, I feel like it's going to get to that point. Yeah, it's going to get to that point.
Yeah.
We got a lot of personal trainers in here. Giselle, Jamel, like, you know, a whole bunch of people are personal trainers. Jessica, I'm not even sure if you're one. And so, like, but we noticed that, or at least from what I noticed as like a group leader, as I form these groups and these communities, I'm like, who's joining? And then I realized, man, it's a lot of trainers starting to come in. They're just talking and they're just like going off. And I'm like, they probably need this. Like, so yeah, no wonder G, you stayed in here because Giselle was the first one in. She would be in here when no one else is there. I was like, no wonder she stayed there. She needed to vent. You would have went crazy if you didn't stay in.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. But Larissa, I do want to hop to you because again, you were talking to, and again, I know you also had the surgery, and you were mentioning those aspects too. So I didn't know if you had anything else to say. Sorry, no, if not, it's fine. But I wanted to make sure you were able to talk. Mm-hmm.
It's I guess it's like such a big decision. Because again, when you're thinking about surgery, you have to think about if you have any health risks. People that have health risks and that are morbidly obese are at more risk of having more complications. I didn't have any health risks. I was just overweight.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really have any complications until now, like 4 years post-op.
Mm-hmm.
But and I guess that's what surgeons don't tell you. They don't tell you that because you have, like, you know, you might have high blood pressure, like problems with your heart, like whatever it is, on top of being morbidly obese, they don't tell you that you possibly might have more complications after it.
Exactly.
Because even I know a guy that, like, he was like literally on like deathbed, like he nearly died, and he only had surgery 3 months before he ended up at the emergency room. But also he had a lot of health issues before, so he kind of like lifted, I guess, his case was extreme, but he also knew that if he didn't do the surgery, that, like, because I think it was his kidney failing or his liver, something was failing, an organ was failing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it was like those kind of health issues that were like that extreme.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But then I'm just like, why do we like wait for us to be like about to die?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, well, why? And this is like for me as well, because obviously I've like put myself in a worse position, which led me to do surgery. But like, why does it get to that point?
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Food for thought, I guess.
Yeah. No, but again, you don't have to be 300-400 pounds to even say that. You can even be 200 pounds and still again be ridden with a bunch of health issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a bunch of family members that are very near and dear to me. And again, I don't want to go into it because it'll get me emotional. But when you see how their body is eating, it's you can literally start to see the body failing, and it's like, why aren't you don't like, don't you see? You know, you almost wish you could just shake them and be like, don't you realize what's happening here? Don't you realize, like, don't you remember your friend who had, you know, don't this sound a lot like, you know, it's like 3 people died before you. Don't, like, you know, and I'm trying to lower my, because and you know, like I'm dead serious. Like, I'm like, you know, like it's, and again, I don't want to get that deep because I'll get emotional. I ain't about to cry in front of none of y'all.